Welcome to my channel, The Human Frontier. I wasn't supposed to stand out. That was the first rule of working on Aurelian Station: blend in, do your job, and don't draw attention. Especially not the kind of attention that could get you reassigned, or worse. Which is why I knew something had gone very, very wrong the moment the entire room went silent. And she started walking toward me. The room full of eyes. My name is Nolan Vex, Human Systems Technician, Maintenance Tier 3. Not important. Not impressive. Just another guy keeping the station running. Aurelian Station was known for one thing: diplomacy. Every major species passed through here at some point. Trade deals, political meetings, cultural exchanges, you name it. Which meant the station also had events. Big ones. Important ones. The kind I had no business attending. And yet, there I was, standing awkwardly near the back wall of a massive ceremonial hall, wondering how I got dragged into it. Just stand here and don't touch anything, my supervisor had told me. Easy enough, I muttered. Then the doors opened. And everything changed. The arrival of royalty. They entered in perfect formation. Dozens of alien women, each more striking than the last, dressed in flowing garments that shimmered like liquid light. Their presence alone commanded attention. But even among them, one stood out. The princess. She walked at the center of the group, her posture regal, her expression calm and distant. Her long silver hair flowed behind her like starlight, and her eyes, glowing faintly, swept across the room with quiet authority. Princess Illyria of the Solari Dominion. I only knew her name because someone nearby whispered it like it meant everything. Which, judging by the reactions around me, it probably did. She's choosing today, another voice murmured. Choosing what? A companion. I blinked. Seriously? A selection I didn't understand. The hall came alive as the ceremony began. One by one, individuals stepped forward: representatives, nobles, even a few high-ranking officers, each presenting themselves to the princess. Some spoke. Some bowed. Some tried to impress. She acknowledged them all. And rejected every single one. Politely. Calmly. Without hesitation. This is going to take all day, I muttered. But then something strange happened. She stopped. Her gaze shifted. And for reasons I couldn't explain, it landed on me. The moment that shouldn't have happened. At first, I thought it was a coincidence. A glance. Nothing more. But then she started walking. Not toward the nobles. Not toward the officials. Toward me. I looked behind me. No one. To my left. To my right. Still no one. You've got to be kidding me. The crowd parted as she approached. The room fell silent. And suddenly, I was the center of attention. Exactly what I didn't want. She stopped a few feet away, studying me. Up close, she was even more overwhelming. Not just in appearance. In presence. You, she said. My brain froze. Me? Yes. I glanced around again, just to be sure. Are you sure? A faint smile touched her lips. Yes. The question that changed everything. She tilted her head slightly. What is your name? Nolan. You are human. Last time I checked. You are not part of this ceremony. Nope. And yet, you are the only one here who is not trying to be chosen. I shrugged. Didn't know I was supposed to. A few quiet laughs echoed through the hall. Not from her. From the others watching. She didn't react. Her focus stayed on me. You do not seek status, she continued. No. Power. Definitely not. Then why are you here? Honestly, I said. Wrong place, wrong time. That earned a reaction. Not from the crowd. From her. A real smile. Surrounded. But alone. From where I stood, I could feel the tension in the room. Dozens of alien women. Nobles. Observers. All watching this moment unfold. And somehow, none of them mattered. Because the princess wasn't looking at them. She was looking at me. You stand differently, she said. I frowned. What does that mean? You are not trying to impress me. Should I be? No. She paused. Then added quietly. It is refreshing. The objection. Of course, it didn't go smoothly. Nothing ever does. This is highly irregular. The voice cut through the silence like a blade. A tall, armored figure stepped forward, clearly someone important. You cannot select a random technician, he continued. He has no standing, no rank. I am aware, the princess said calmly. Then you understand why this is unacceptable. I do not agree. The tension in the room spiked. I raised a hand slightly. Hey, just to be clear. I'm okay with being unacceptable. A few more suppressed laughs. The armored figure did not look amused. This is not a joke, human. Yeah, I figured that. The truth no one expected. The princess stepped closer to me. Close enough that I could see the faint glow beneath her skin. Close enough that the rest of the room faded away. They all look at me, she said softly. Yeah, you're kind of hard to miss. They see a title, she continued. A position. Power. I nodded slowly. Yeah, that tracks. But you, she said, meeting my eyes, look at me like I am, just a person. I blinked. Because you are. That was it. No hesitation. No grand statement. Just the truth. And somehow, that was enough. The choice. She turned to face the assembly. I have made my decision. The room held its breath. I choose him. No applause. No celebration. Just stunned silence. Even I didn't know what to say. You sure about that? I asked quietly. She looked at me again. Yes. The aftermath. Things moved quickly after that. Too quickly. Formalities. Protocols. Arguments from officials who clearly didn't like the outcome. But the princess didn't waver. Neither did I. Mostly because I was still trying to process what was happening. You understand what this means? One of the advisors asked me. Not really. You will be bound to the royal court. Okay. You will be under constant scrutiny. Sounds fun. You may be expected to take on responsibilities beyond your current role. I sighed. Yeah, that part one figured. Learning her world. Over the next few days, everything changed. I was moved from my tiny maintenance quarters to a section of the station reserved for high-ranking guests. I was given clothes that didn't smell like engine grease. And I was introduced to a world I had never been part of. Politics. Traditions. Expectations. It was overwhelming. But she was there, guiding me through it. You adapt quickly, she said one evening. Survival skill, I replied. She smiled. I am glad I chose you. I leaned back. Still not sure why you did. She looked at me. You did not see me as something to gain. No. You saw me. I shrugged. Seemed like the obvious thing to do. She shook her head. For you, perhaps. The moment of doubt. Not everyone accepted me. In fact, most didn't. You don't belong here, one noble told me directly. Yeah, I've noticed. You will fail her. I didn't respond. But the words stuck. Later that night, I found her standing alone on a balcony, looking out at the stars. Thinking. I asked. Yes. Good thoughts or bad thoughts? She hesitated. Uncertain thoughts. I stepped beside her. Want to share? They say you do not belong here. I sighed. Yeah. Heard that one. And yet, I chose you. I looked at her, regretting it. She met my gaze. No. The ending that was only the beginning. Days turned into weeks. Weeks into something more. And slowly, the tension faded. Not completely, but enough. Because no matter how many people questioned it, the truth didn't change. She had chosen me. Not because I was the strongest. Not because I was the smartest. But because I was different. Because I saw her. And in a room full of people trying to be noticed, I was the only one who wasn't trying at all. Sometimes, that's all it takes. Because in a universe filled with power, beauty, and expectation, the rarest thing isn't being surrounded by attention. It's being seen for who you really are. And sometimes, all it takes is one person to truly see you. Thank you for listening. Subscribe for more cinematic science fiction stories.